And welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Tuesday, January 4th. I'm your host for today's program, Paul Demain. And many of the stories right here can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com. And here are some of the news stories for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. Native Hawaiians seem poised to get, at long last, the same rights as Native Americans and Alaska Natives. They had enough votes in Congress, the bipartisan backing of state leaders, and a supportive president. Instead, the bill failed last year amid miscommunication, surprise amendments, and broken alliances. It could be years before it is seriously considered again. The bill's sponsor, Senator Daniel Akeka of Hawaii, has sought to make it law for 11 years. He couldn't persuade the Senate's leadership to hold a vote on the bill, even though his aides said it had been more than that. He said, though, his aides said it had more than 60 votes needed to break a potential filibuster. National debates on health care reform, gays in the military, and a nuclear arms treaty took precedence, and Republicans opposing the measure worked to prevent it from reaching the Senate floor. TalkStoryTogether.org is a literacy program that reaches out to Asian, Pacific American, and American Indian, Alaska Native children and their families. The program celebrates and explores stories through books, oral traditions, and art to provide an interactive, enriching experience. Children and their families can connect to rich cultural activities through talk stories in their homes, libraries, and communities. There is a grant available to help do this, and this grant is aimed to give financial support to libraries and community organizations who want to introduce a talk story program into their library, focusing on APA or AIAN cultures. Libraries and community organizations that serve children and their families are eligible to apply, and that's at www.ailanet.org, plus some other stuff. We'll put that up so you can see it in case you want to get a hold of it. Dakota Music Tour, a 90-minute musical response to the Dakota American events of 1862 in Minnesota, will feature 4 concerts that will reach out to Dakota and non-Dakota communities in Minnesota. The tour will begin in Mankato, Minnesota, which was the site of the largest mass execution in American history when 38 Dakota men were hung in December 26, 1862. Each concert will feature traditional American Indian music, Western classical music, music that merges the two together, and community chats. Internationally renowned composer, flutist, and scholar Brent Michael Davids, a citizen of the Mohican Nation, has composed the orchestra music, which will be performed by the Mankato Symphony Orchestra under the direction of music director and conductor Kenneth Freed. The production will feature Sante Dakota Mazakute drummers, Chickasaw Choctaw actor and musician Cochise Anderson, and Manny Larino, who is the principal trumpet of the Minnesota Orchestra. Funding has been provided by the Arts T.R. Minnesota. The 4 stops on the concert tour will include Mankato West High School Auditorium on May 22nd, Lower Sioux Community Center, Morton on Saturday, May 28th, Prairie Edge Casino, Upper Sioux Community at Granite Falls on Sunday, May 29th, and Winona Dakota Unity Alliance 8th Annual Great Dakota Gathering and Homecoming at Unity Park in Winona, Minnesota on Saturday, June 4th. Just in case you're making plans, you can get it on your schedule real early. And U.S. Representative Don Young will chair the newly formed Subcommittee on Indian and Alaska Native Affairs. The appointment was announced this week by the incoming chairman of the House Natural Resources Committee, Washington State Representative Doc Hastings. He said a subcommittee will focus on such things as developing tribal economies and reducing federal obstacles to tribal job creation. Young, a Republican elected to his 20th term this fall, says he considers the assignment a great position for him to be in to help Alaska and the country, and we hope he remembers the tribes as well. And today we get a short report from the land of the Menominee and IndianCountryTV.com correspondent Dale Kakak from the streets of Keshena, Wisconsin. And be sure to watch this program all the way through past the credits today to get the full impact of his report. Dale Kakak, we're talking to you on the Menominee Nation Reservation in Keshena, Wisconsin. They're on the, what's the eastern end of the reservation. The last time I came through Keshena on Highway 47 off to the right was the Menominee Nation College, or the College of Menominee Nation. And off to the left, they were doing a lot of construction work at the behind the old casino there, behind the old bingo hall. Tell me a little bit about what's going on down there with between that community college and across the street over at the casino.
Oh, hello there. Hey, Paul.
Oh, so
Yeah, a convention center. They just completed that project. It was I don't know how many millions of dollars, but it's brand new convention center. It's really elegant. It's you could go to sleep on them floors in there. That carpet's so thick in there, and it has all Menominee motif designs on the wall, the woodwork on the wall, the carpeting, and they upgraded all of the rooms at the hotel at the casino. And that grand opening was just held 17th of last month, so it's open for business. They got a ballroom now where they can have big time acts to draw a better crowd over to the business there.
right, the old casino had a little auditorium right in the middle of the casino there, and now you've got an auditorium all by itself in the convention center, don't you?
Yeah, Crystal Gale was there. She was real nice. She did a good Christmas show and was espousing her native heritage and said how proud she is to be a native person. And they got the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band coming in, so it's kind of nice to see that kind of thing happening finally here. The college here, College of Menominee Nation, is ever expanding. I'm in one of the newest buildings, the library. It's geothermally heated and designed for input later on to take more energy saving energy things.
Like wind power or solar that you could, what do you call them? You can add conduits in.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, they're fitted to take further development on the green end of things. Yeah.
I think it's a power exchange. It actually allows you to put electricity onto the grid, is how some people talk about it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's heated by geothermal, heated and cooled geothermally. So it's an amazing building here. There's a new computing center that's scheduled to come real shortly here. A $3.3 million grant the tribe got. The college will be managing that project, from my understanding.
Which will bring fiber optic to the reservation?
Fiber optic, at least here. I'm not real sure what the reach of that fiber optic will be, but it's going to be up here this far, I know. Charter Cable, the tribe reached an agreement with Charter Cable to put in cable to the entire reservation, so that's going in as we speak. So that'll be a major improvement for internet access for the reservation here.
It'll be a place where people can go watch IndianCountryTV.com, and maybe perhaps you can put a good word in for producing a little studio room or something like that, so people can conduct interviews down there.
Yeah, Menominees really like to get themselves out there, so that'll be nice. That'll be a good opportunity. Yeah, Indian Country TV should be hearing from us very shortly.
Well, we just did the live stream from the Menominee Nation Sobriety Powwow on December 31st. People were saying that you had some 400 to 500 people there, and I watched it. You had a couple hundred dancers and lots of people in the stands there. How many people do you think you had down there?
I would say probably easily 600 people, 700 people over the course of the day. So I know the cooks told me they fed 450 people. They had cooked for 500, and the food was just about all gone. It was just about completely gone. So yeah, it was a real good time.
That makes me think, though, when you said that they cooked for 500 people and they just about got rid of all the food, but they only fed 450. They only made 450 plates. What's that tell you?
Somebody didn't eat.
Oh, And you said that they upgraded the commodity shop not too long ago. That's important to keep our bricks and cheese in place and inventoried properly.
Yeah. There's they added on a big garage there, and I would say that the Kamant shop on the Menominee Reservation is number one. I've been around to a few reservations in northern Wisconsin, and I didn't see anything that looked like our inventory down here. It's pretty awesome.
Well, like I said, as I come through Kashina there in the community, it looked really nice with some of the development projects, both private and tribal, that have been going on there. The infrastructure of the community has certainly grown in the last 20, 25 years down there. So we want to keep in touch with you. You got anything else to say to the public out there that's watching in today on the Native News Update?
Oh, just stop by and visit us when you get a chance. We'll be having a Veterans Powwow in May and our annual Menominee Nation Contest Powwow the first weekend in August. So that's always a good time. Winter's treating us good here. It's a really nice winter so far. A lot of snow, not real cold, just cold enough to invigorate your senses.
You have people who get out and do some ice fishing out on Legend Lake or on the Wolf River, any of those winter activities like that?
Yeah, there's people out on the lakes now. Yep, definitely.
We'll keep in touch with you. We'll give you a ring in the next week or two from your Florida Beach apartment, okay, Dale, when you're sunning yourself down there?
Is this on? All right.
Well, and that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We want to thank you all for joining with us. Please come back again soon. Miigwech.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing an interview on air. Called again right when I'm doing an interview. All right, bye. Do I look better with my hat on?
Yeah. Because he can't see as much of you.
Good. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
All right, well, you can do that. You're the guest today.
He says, oh, you can't say sheep on the air, right?